Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode Insomniac 20. Huzzah! We made it to 20.
Yeah.
And of course,
Ooh, 20.
I'm here with the normal co-host of
Damien Storm.
Mortimer. That's
and we
me.
have a guest today.
We do.
We do. It looks like dinner to me.
Aw. What? You guys told me you were going to have me over for dinner. This is not what I thought you meant.
Well, I mean, would you have come otherwise?
I thought we were having a different type of... I thought you were having me for a different type of dinner. Aha.
That's what I thought. Because I was told we'll be eating out. So, you know.
God damn it. Anyway,
Oh,
please
Shane,
introduce
you're just seeing
yourself.
this coming.
Moving on.
Yeah. Who are you? What's good? That's you can introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Kuro. I'm a crab.
Say it.
That's it.
Say what you're not.
Crab.
Say what you're not. Do it.
Am I not?
Yeah, you said I'm not, and then you just
Oh,
cut yourself.
Well, I'm not a streamer. I'm not a
Liar.
content creator. Like twice.
3 times, excuse you.
What do you mean 3 times?
I
You
only
stream-
know about the once.
I would do every one of
Oh.
your streams. What do you want about?
Oh yeah, 3. Okay, yeah, I did the Bigfoot. I did 2 art streams after that.
Yeah.
And then I was like, my internet can't handle this because there's a 30-second delay.
Just put on low latency. Problem solved.
But
I'm trying
hey,
to figure it out.
you don't have that excuse no more.
Right.
I still have it. I'm still in my old place right now.
Ah, well, once you're in
Oh.
your new place, you got
Yeah.
almost good internet.
Almost good.
Fuck off, you know?
I'm streaming at 160p. You're like, yes, I love playing on the Super Nintendo.
Damn.
You know, I didn't realize it was a sad thing until somebody pointed it out. I only ever watch streams in 160p.
I mean, that's a
Oh,
fair
that'll be a
enough
nice
thing.
change. You'll be able to watch it in 420 now.
No, let's not go too big here. The 360 is my limit.
I mean, if that's all you can do, that's all you can do.
Yeah,
So-
but I mentioned it. I was like, I can only watch in 160p, and sometimes if like I don't want any latency at all, then I'll go no audio mode, or I'll go audio only. Sorry.
Right.
Yeah, I said that, and then Keith said, that can make me cry." I'm like, is that a bad thing? Have I been secretly living a sad life and I didn't know?
I mean, you shouldn't
Kinda.
dwell too much on what Kisa says is sad life. She said I have a sad life because I don't have a toaster.
You
Want
don't?
a toaster?
Wait, what?
This is not new news. Oh, I did buy a toaster recently.
How do you toast your bread?
I mean, I used to just put it in the sandwich press.
What the fuck's a sandwich press?
It's like a George Foreman grill.
Sandwich press.
I-
But they make completely
I-
different types of sandwiches.
But I did recently buy a toaster, so I do now have a toaster.
How you like
That's
it?
good.
It's pretty cool. It's a lot easier to heat up bagels now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Wait,
But,
how are you
yeah,
eating up
I've-
bagels before with the press?
Yeah, either the press or if I feel like giving up, I'll put it in the microwave.
Jesus.
Oh,
Wait, what?
Poor soul. Microwaved bagel? Oh, man.
Excuse me. let's not skip over that. You put bread in the microwave?
I mean,
I do if I freeze it before
What?
it's thawed out.
here's the thing: if you also get like leftover rolls from a restaurant, what the hell do you do?
Leftovers are different from bread.
I mean, if you have leftover rolls from like a restaurant,
That's defrosting.
that's not defrosting. What are you on about?
Hmm.
My mind is
This-
blown.
This is
Okay,
this is a great start.
do you not freeze your bread, Kuro?
Excuse me? Why would I freeze my bread?
Because I don't go through enough to not leave it out on the counter.
I mean, that's what we do. That's
Okay.
what we do. I like my.
And I buy like 5 or 6 loaves at a time, so I don't have to keep going out.
That's kind of fair. We buy bread. I buy bread 1 loaf at a time. I leave it on my counter, and I eat a lot of sandwiches.
I mean, I do the same thing, yeah. But I'll get like multiple loaves and just stick them in the freezer.
Yeah, it's more or less what I do.
Because our bread, they go bad pretty fast, even if you put it in the freezer.
Right. Yeah, no, I just bought the toaster randomly. I'm like, fuck it, so people will stop making fun of me in this very small situations when that does happen. Because it
I'm
doesn't
not making
happen.
fun of you. I was just
I was-
curious on how you do certain things.
Yeah, I wasn't making fun.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I know. I'm just exaggerating for comic effect. But
Uh,
yeah, I just
Miyamoto,
remember.
understood.
I just remember, like every so often, I'll bring up the fact that I don't have a toaster. And he's like, "You don't have a toaster?" I'm like, "Is that not a thing?" Like, yeah, I don't have a toaster, and
No
I
toaster.
have I have my sandwich toaster, or my sandwich press, which I fucking love. Dude,
And
that
I love my panini. I love my panini machine.
the
Great.
panini press is amazing.
I've never heard of a sandwich press till today.
You should get
Well,
one.
I mean, it's technically called a panini.
Technically,
maker.
well,
Oh, then yes, I know what it is.
well, it's also basically just a George Foreman grill.
True. That's actually really true.
I mean, that's what they were always called. Like when the George Foreman grill became like super popular for a while, everyone just called it a George Foreman.
Yeah, which is kind of funny because George Foreman's were just panini machines with a fancy name.
Yeah, pretty much. Wild. Kitchen appliances are weird.
Yeah. I have. Fuck, what's it called? It's like a whisk, but it's a spinning whisk. It's an electric spinning whisk.
So an electric whisk.
No, it's so it's a it's kind of like an electric toothbrush. It has a small stem, and at the end is like a bunch of springs that you use to mix eggs.
Right.
Kind of. I forgot what it's called. It has a fancy name.
Immersion
Egg
blender.
beater?
Oh, what's up?
An egg beater?
Kind of.
Beater?
An immersion blender? No.
It has some kind of like fancy name that they said, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna make eggs here. I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel.
Right.
Why not?
Why not? I mean, inventing the wheel is always fun. Look at how many times the car companies do it.
Right. There always needs to be new wheels.
That there are.
But Damien knows more about that than I think any of us.
I know somewhat.
I know that cars go forward with the power of explosions.
You're not
You're
wrong.
not wrong. You're not wrong.
That's a very that's like a
Fair.
very big like simplification of what actually happens. But yeah.
You know, the
That's
car
a-
goes
that's a-
forward as the wheels on the
There's-
bus go round and round.
I mean, yeah, that's also true.
The actual statement. Someone called the Webster Dictionary. Harvard wants to know your location.
now in my head, I'm just picturing like a bunch of little Megumines in their car going, "Next explosion!" And then after the car goes forward.
You're not technically wrong.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the more cylinders there are, the more megamines that are on the cylinder.
Yeah.
How many
Exactly.
Megumines is your car? Oh, this baby has 8 Megumines.
Pretty much.
Oh,
Gosh, what is it? One of the funniest things I heard was it? So my neighbor he drives ATVs, right, or like 4-wheelers,
Right.
and I guess his cousin was trying to show off to me, like, yeah, these babies go can hit like 35, no problem. I'm like, okay, cool. And it's like, yeah, this baby's an 11-cylinder. I'm like, back up now.
11 cylinder.
Damien heard what was wrong with that statement.
How many cylinders did you say?
11.
Hang on.
That sounds a little lopsided. 12, if it were 12 or 10, maybe?
Yeah. Here's the thing with
Wow,
engines.
that's wrong.
The cylinders always have to be an even number.
Right.
Not necessarily.
Oh, really?
There is an engine called the straight. I think it's called the. What is it? The Straight 5?
Oh.
Yeah, it's a 5-cylinder engine.
Oh.
And
That's
there were
interesting.
3. And back way, they may make them still. I don't know, but there was also a 3-cylinder engine once upon a time as well.
Damn.
Dropping them facts.
Huh.
But yeah,
Yeah,
no, and the straight fives are not very fuel efficient. One of my friends, his work had one in a truck, and it guzzled gas like it was going out of style.
Of course.
But it is going out of style.
I mean, you're not wrong. Those electric cars are too damn quiet, though. Ugh.
Ah, yes, the silent hunters.
Sorry, but my idea of a symphony is 8 pistons playing the tune my right foot tells them
Fair enough.
to.
I don't really. Here's the thing. I don't really care for like when sports cars like rev their engine and they make them do the sound or like the reverb or whatever. But I fucking love hearing my Harley start. God, that's so nice.
Yeah, the sound of a Harley starting, glorious sound.
Oh,
Let's
jeez.
see.
No, I actually hate the sound of revving engines.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Mm.
If it's like a sports car, I don't really care for them if like someone revs their engine. I was like, eh.
No, but like
Yeah.
for me, here's the thing with me, because like you know my thing with motorcycles, right?
No.
So you'd probably hate what I just shared.
Oh, what fun!
What do you think of motorcycles?
I don't like motorcycles.
Oh, okay.
But you could say, in a broad sense, that I am afraid of them.
Okay.
You could not pay me enough money to get on one.
That's
That's
fair.
understandable. Motorcycles
Yeah.
can be dangerous.
They are.
Especially since when I tried learning how to ride something like that, I fell off and broke my wrist.
Ooh.
That's not good. Yeah, that's
Yeah, no, that's.
I'm pretty sure I've talked about it.
Oh,
I'm sure I
and
talked
one
about it before.
of the other problems is as a rider of a motorcycle is you got to be much more aware of the people around you because you just can't be seen by others.
Right.
They don't.
yeah.
That's
But,
true.
like, here's one of the big things also. Like the first time I rode that dirt bike, I fell off and I somehow fell off and I fell forward on my knees.
Ooh.
And I skinned my knees so bad I could barely walk. I still have the scars on my knees. I was in middle school.
Ow.
Damn.
Ooh.
And then just the second time I rode it, I fell off and I rolled on the ground. I remember my head hitting the pavement. My mom says I didn't, but I remember hitting the pavement. On my head hitting the pavement, but I had the helmet on. I remember my head hitting the pavement and then rolling. And then when I sat up, I looked down at my wrist. I'm like, huh, that doesn't look right. And yep, I broke it.
Ooh.
So I spent
Damn.
the weekend in the hospital.
Mm.
Ouch.
Right? What was more fun was the pins. Do you know that when they take out your pins, they don't use anesthetics?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when they took off my full arm cast, they're like, okay, you have 2 pins. You have 1 pin going into your wrist, right on top of it, and a second massive pin going from your elbow to your wrist. Anyway, here's the pair of pliers we're going to use. And I'm like, fuck.
Where's my anesthetic?
Right.
Oh, we don't give that. What?
So yeah, I don't like motorcycles. I don't like going near them. I know they're not going to do anything, but it's still a thing. Like I'm not going to be near it.
Yeah, that's only fair.
I remember this when I was first when I first got out of the cast. Finally, I was looking at a motorcycle that was turned off, and I didn't want to go past it because I'm like, in my head, I'm like, it's going to turn on and hit me.
Right.
I actually did that recently. Recently, I went to a wedding. Here's the thing: I don't trust motorcycles that are turned on. So when I went to the wedding, I had to cross the parking lot.
Mhm.
I had to cross one of the parking lots, right? In
Right.
order to get to my friend's car, so we can go from the reception from the ceremony to the reception. But one of the guest goers was in a motorcycle, and was there, like in the middle of the road, all in the lot, like showing the motorcycle to someone, and I'm like, I could not will myself to go because I was afraid that he was gonna gun it and hit me. So I straight up waited for the car next to me to back out, and I hid behind the car as it backed out, putting it between me and the motorcycle. And then when the car stopped moving, I just ran.
So it just goes up to you like, what are you doing? Like, shh, they'll see you.
It hunts through fear.
It can smell your fear. Its eyesight is based on movement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't like motorcycles.
That's fair.
That's really fair.
Yeah, that's a valid reason.
So I don't know how. There was one time I was somehow convinced to go into a Harley Davidson store with my parents, and I hated it. I was not having a fun time.
I can
Don't like the
imagine.
hardcore.
Yeah, I can imagine not having that great of a time.
No.
I mean,
Yeah.
me personally, I love going into the Harley store. I have tons of Harley shirts from all over the place.
Right.
But yeah, no, I can understand someone who's had a bad experience with motorcycles not enjoying being anywhere near them.
Right. And like I said, like I know it's not like us. I know they're not going to do anything. It's just a me thing.
Yeah, no.
That's what they want you to think, that they're not going to do anything.
Yeah, exactly.
They're actually they're very patient
plotting.
hunters. They're waiting for you to let your
Waiting.
guard down.
Right.
Are you trying to give Moda nightmares, Shed?
Listen, you know what? Maybe I am for revenge.
Revenge for what?
For
What?
what?
For
Moda
a
is a
lot of
saint.
fucking things. Moda's not a saint. Get the fuck
I-
out of here.
I am.
Name me 16 things Mona has done wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
I mean-
we'd be here if we were to name everything Moda's done wrong. We'd be here all night.
Yeah.
You see, they can't name a single one. I'm innocent.
So remember the time we gave out Kuro's greatest secret?
Oh my god!
And then, and then let's see what other times. There was also, you know,
Where the hell was that the first thing you come up with?
oh, because that was the. I think that's the one that Kuro can at least. And it was around this time that the internet decided to crash, and therefore, huzzah!
We just talked about it.
Shade's not
God.
live.
Yeah, shit's not
Okay.
live.
Hold
That
on,
would've been a-
refresh.
Okay.
But
No,
also,
no, we're live.
Oh, we're back.
We're about to
So
talk
by the
about
way,
Kuro's secret.
when Moda gave away Kuro's secret, there's that example. We're gonna ignore what just happened
See?
anyway.
No, you're gonna point out what happened because you talk about it, you get hit. That's what happens.
Anyway, so yeah, so there was that happened.
yeah, I would admit it was a drunken connection. Because I was talking. Long story short, it was mostly an accident.
It was an
'Cause-
accident.
Yeah,
It was an
no.
accident because it was the
It was a
topic
drunken
of
accident.
conversation.
Yes,
I have
but
forgiven Moda.
and then what the fuck were we talking about again?
How I
Moda
did
is a
nothing
saint.
wrong.
Has never done
Oh.
anything wrong.
There's also
except
the
for that
constant
one
changing
thing.
of everyone's names.
And then if I do anything wrong, I do try and make up for it.
Moda took their shirt off, almost took their shirt off on camera.
I own
Almost,
that.
I stopped them. Yep, I stopped them. That was also a drunken blunder.
Yeah. Then there was the time when Moda just almost died from climbing stairs.
What?
No,
What?
Yeah,
No, you don't remember that, Moda?
you didn't do that.
No, Moda did.
Wait, did I almost what?
Died going stairs because apparently you crawled up them instead.
I remember he crawled up them,
yeah.
but I don't remember him saying he almost died.
Well, I mean, if he tried to walk him, I think he would have died.
Yeah, I remember that now.
Okay, I get you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't. I do not remember this.
Well, from the sounds of it, it sounds like it's not me.
Anyway, but no. Mo's not a saint. Get the fuck out of here.
Yes, I am.
Mo's a fucking saint. If Mo isn't saint, then everything I've ever created of all the Sokka art is the most blessed thing this world has ever seen.
Shit.
No, you're just straight up cursed. Mo is a saint. I'm say so. You're just straight up cursed.
Oh no, that's a straight up fucking lie.
Kuro,
Get the fuck out of here with your say so bullshit.
Yeah.
Now fuck you.
Yeah. Not with that thing you keep in your drawer. You're not say so.
You want to get hurt? Do you want? Do you want to piss me off?
Keep in mind, I'm not the one saying this. It's these buffoons.
You're free of any charge from now on, Moda. It's them who keep bringing it up.
Because I'm going to be honest, I completely forgot about that until Shade brought it up. I'm like, wait, are we really doing that now?
There's only so much we can leave people to the imagination. We need to stop talking about it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure most people have already figured it out.
I know, so shut up.
Anyway.
Now the question is, do we drop the bomb of who?
No.
Yeah, no.
Kuro, if you want, I can expose myself.
No,
Please
you don't have to. You don't have
to. I'm doing it anyway. Fuck
No,
it.
you don't have to.
Hang on. Where are they? I'm going to take a photo.
No.
Wait.
Oh my god.
Keyword.
Okay, what exactly are we exposing? Is this gonna get Shade banned?
Yeah, I'm not bringing it up. I'm not bringing it up now.
Okay.
Well, actually, I can post it in the chat.
Anyway, definitely don't post it in the Twitch chat.
No, not in the Twitch chat, in the Discord chat.
Whatever we're talking about. Moving on. I wasn't going any further in detail that you were exposing Kuro's secret, but apparently we decided to go that much further.
I've been meaning to do this also, but I just keep forgetting.
Exposing yourself? What?
In the crew chat.
Ah, I see.
Need.
Oh. Okay.
Ah, fuck, I dropped something. Anyway, that's that. Let's continue. Shade, let's talk about your thing.
My what?
Whatever thing you have going on, so we can, in an attempt to definitely not change the topic.
Well, that's a very fucking vague ass question.
Okay, Shade, how's your art
This
been
is a changing the
going?
subject song.
My art been going? You're gonna know. Everyone's seen my fucking art. It's been there. It's just existed.
I hate your one specific art.
Which one?
Wave.
Oh, buck teeth crab.
Oh no, okay. You.
Oh, Kisa Chad. Kisa Chad is the best. Nah.
Kisa chat is pretty cool.
It is. In fact,
Kisa
you know what I really think?
I'm sorry, Kuro, but I have to say, Chad Sokka is actually pretty dope.
It's
probably the best thing Shade's ever made.
Chad Sokka's pretty funny though.
It's a crime against nature.
No, it is what I would call like my magnus opus, or whatever the fuck the word is. I don't know.
Magnum opus.
Yeah, magnum opus. I don't know. I don't fucking know words. Who needs them?
And you say I'm bad with names.
That wasn't a name. That's a word. I've always said I'm bad with words. I can't even fucking spell. That's why my issue is whenever I'm typing, it always comes up with some bullshit.
I thought it's because your keyboard was jacked.
No, it's because I can't I literally half the time when I type, I'll type things out and then sometimes I'll change a word mid-sentence and then I'll back up. I won't completely delete something and then I'll just post it anyway.
Let's talk about that. You've mentioned before that you use Grammarly.
I do.
You use Grammarly and somehow you're still making typos. You have something capable of autocorrect and you're still making typos.
Well,
That's
yeah,
just how bad shit spelling is.
it autocorrects things, but it doesn't catch like proper grammar.
Weird.
Because I don't think I have like an advanced form of it. I think it's just the cheap free one that just does spell check basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense. I use that when I'm doing my writing.
Yeah. Yeah, like I mean, like I just need to I can just at least spell check shit, and that's about it.
Right.
You say something about it?
Yeah, you just reminded me of something. I decided to buy some things.
Okay.
What did you buy?
I bought fidget toys.
Oh, those are great. I have the small box one. The one with like it has buttons on the side, it has a clicker, it has a dial.
Right. Because I Shade casually putting that sock on screen.
Oh, it's unnerving.
Thank you. I was actually looking for one. I was going to share it in the chat, but I couldn't find it.
It's someone find me a pot and some hot water. I'll jump in myself.
No, because like there's a YouTuber I like to watch. He does like a bunch of like he does stuff involving his chat where like he'll write a program to be like, if chat types jump, then the video game character jumps, like that kind of stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
And he made a tier list of a bunch of his favorite fidget toys that he has.
Right.
So and I'm like, I keep meaning to buy fidget toys. So I watched his tier list and I went on Amazon, but I didn't buy any fidget toys because we got distracted.
Okay.
As one does on Amazon.
That's the funny thing. Like, I went on Amazon to find stuff that would help me like focus to give me stuff to play with my hands, and I get distracted.
Well, of course.
As Amazon does.
But now I have 3 different toys, and they're actually pretty cool. I've been playing with them too.
Well, that's good.
So like So Kuro, you said you have like the fidget box, yeah?
Yeah. So basically, it's a 6-sided box. One side has a little like a free spinning wheel.
Right.
The other side has a click dial. So basically, like you turn it up and down, and it'll just click. The one side has one giant button. It's like a joystick for a video game, so you can move it around and it'll click. The other one has a 5-side with 5 buttons in like an X.
Right.
And then a switch, like a light switch.
I think in the video, I just sent you the video, but I think in that one he gave it like a D or something, like a D or a C. It was
He's nuts. Sorry,
but yeah, he gave it like a middle of the road thing.
That's fair. Yeah, I will say it is fairly cheaply made. I can feel the cheapness.
Right. Speaking of cheap, I actually have a 2x2 Rubik's Cube.
No.
That I just have fun spinning it around.
Fair.
I have this thing. It's not quite a fidget spinner, but it's a spinner, but it's made of rubber, so you can like squeeze it and bend it, and it has different textures on the edges, but it's mainly just a spinner that you can squeeze.
Oh.
And then I got this weird thing I saw. It's a shape-shifting box. So I just posted one of the things. One of the photos.
Jesus! Oh, I've seen those.
It's actually pretty cool. I've been playing with it a little bit. But it's just fun to take it apart if Shade wants to put it on the screen.
No.
Maybe you should put it over Chat Sokka. I think it's really neat. Maybe you should put it over Chat Sokka.
No, I think Chad Sokka is going to stay here the entire day.
You should put Chad Sokka on top of Kuro's head like a jaunty fez.
Time to turn off stream for me. Just have open chat.
Let's see. On where did I put?
Time to hide the sins.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know
like
what's wrong with Chad Sock. It's such a wonderful thing.
It's a physical reaction.
so is most things in life.
Insight's a physical reaction to me to want to hate life.
There you go. There's a
was
shape shifting
supposed to-
box.
So yeah, that's what I have in my hands right now. And this one is pretty sick. Like it's fun to play with.
I don't get how it shape shifts.
Okay, so it's a bunch of like pieces that are connected together.
Okay. All right. So then this image is more like a digital image of it then, because like
No. It
No?
can actually make those images.
the
Or
center
those
one.
shapes.
Yeah.
The center one is its default. That's the cube.
So
I just don't see parts on it, like any like lines that would separate it.
that's the thing about it is that every time it unfolds and it gets put back together, the lines look like they're seamless. That's because of how they're
Okay.
designed. Each
Oh,
face is
okay.
designed. So
Well, it
think
also-
about like a bunch of small triangles that are all attached at their bases, and then they just get folded together to make that one giant cube in the middle.
Okay.
it's pretty sick. I would look up videos on it if you want to see.
Yeah, I'll have to do that later. But yeah, no, that's very interesting actually.
So yeah, I've been meaning to buy fidget toys for ages, and I finally do, and now I'm happy.
That's good. Always good to have
Good.
something, you know?
Yeah,
think I-
Indeed.
Bought one like a long time ago. It was just a fidget spinner, and that was it.
right. I used to have a fidget spinner. I bought it at a farmer's market, but I don't know where it is. It got lost after I moved.
Right.
It's somewhere.
Yeah. I got mine back when it was like a really big fucking massive push for them.
Right. It was the new sensation sweeping the station.
Yeah, and literally like we were working at the store and we had like a box of it in the back, right? And so
Right.
so in order to get the one I wanted, right? Because I was like, you know what, fuck it, why not try it, right? We didn't put that box out.
Oh,
And now, of course, you can't put something out and then buy something from it, according to policy, right?
right. Did you say fuck it and do it anyway?
No. What we did is that because at the time it was a bike assembler and there was another bike assembler I worked with, right?
Right.
So when I clocked out, he put it and then I bought it.
Nice.
Ah.
See, that's how you get the loophole. You can't just bring out merchandise you want to buy. But if someone else does it,
Smart.
nothing in policy says I can't buy it straight away from someone else that has set it outside.
Very clever.
You know,
And so then I got it.
What were you gonna say, Kuro?
There you
no,
go.
I was gonna say so like stuff involving that policy. The Home Depot near me has started their Black Friday sale,
Oh,
and
It's fucking the
So-
beginning of November. What? Angry. Why? It's too.
it's to keep people from crowding the store on one single day, and then
Crowded
everything
anyway.
goes all batshit crazy.
Just gonna do it anyway.
So they'll do it. That's the thing, is that they've expanded their Black Friday. This is part that I think is smart. They expanded their Black Friday sale over a week.
Right.
So the sale stays on for the whole week, low prices and everything. And then finally, when Black Friday rolls around, if the thing you want isn't there, well, that's too bad.
Too bad. So sad. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, the prices aren't going to go any lower than what they have.
Right.
So a policy, because my friend works there, is that they're not allowed to have stuff in reserve. They're like not allowed to like reserve stuff.
Right.
And I think it's if any of their family members, I guess, use a discount thing, they're not allowed to have it.
Mm.
Right.
And so what they've done now is because beforehand workers would take items and they'll hide them in like storage areas or like little sneaky areas.
Right.
And they'll tell the family members like, "Hey, go here. The cash is here. Pick it up."
Nice.
So now they have like most of their shelves locked up with pipes and bolts.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
And so they need somebody to actually unlock it.
Aw.
Are you sure it's a Home Depot and not prison?
I
See
can ask
them,
my friend, but then he's just gonna say, "Yeah, it's prison. It's I'm in prison."
see, having the stuff like locked up is pretty normal. We have a lot of our stuff locked, but we had. Sorry, I say Walmart, the place I used to work, had a lot of their stuff locked up in general.
I mean, that's the same where I work at the casino, but it's a casino, so you know.
Well, I would hope most things is locked up.
A lot of things locked up.
Yeah, it's like, hey, you know what? I'm just gonna open up the machine now and just take what I want. Thanks.
Right?
Wouldn't that be something? Like, okay, this machine just took about $5,000 from me. I'm gonna just open it up and take it back. Thanks.
But that's what a lot of people want to do.
I obviously won that game. Something wrong with your machine. Here, I got you. I'll fix it.
Don't worry, I got this.
It's fine. It'll be grand.
I'm a professional.
Right? You say that, but it's like I barely know what I'm doing either.
I mean, who does, right?
Right. Yeah, you just kind of muddle along until you figure it out.
Exactly.
That's how jobs are.
Exactly.
Who needs to know what they're doing?
Or you just pretend you know what you're doing and pay someone else to do it for you.
No, I'm pretty sure that's just engineering or coding.
Yeah, that's basically coding. Like people who like graduated coding is like, was it? I've asked my brother who is what is it? He's like professional. He does it for a living. And I asked him one time when I was in high school taking a coding class. I was like, how do you do this? I was like, oh yeah, I found this link that'll show you how to do this. And it was like it's a link for a site that tells me the code. And I'm like, how do you every time I was like, how can you keep sending me links? Don't you know how to do any of this stuff? I was like, yeah, but sometimes I don't know my work. I'll just I'll just go to like GitHub or something or someplace that actually has the answer. I just do that. And I just make small adjustments. I'm like, huh. So I did that, and then they said like, yeah, Kuro, sorry, that's called pirating and cheating. Like you're not learning anything. I'm like, the professional says that's what they do. The Let's Go says that's bad. What the fuck?
I know that happens in like a couple of YouTubers I watch that do coding stuff.
Yeah.
I just look at the answers.
Yeah, that's what they'll do. They'll be like, yeah, I was trying to figure this out. Anyway, I copied and pasted from this website. And it's just like, okay, I guess. I thought you made everything from scratch. No.
Well, yeah. I made it from
that.
scratch from that thing I took.
Right.
I typed in the link from scratch.
And you know how much work it was? How dare you?
There's 2 backslashes.
I had to memorize that entire link.
Yeah. How dare you say my job was easy? No. God.
That's why I never continued with computers.
You know, it's crazy to think about, but I was almost going down that path.
Yeah.
Are you glad you never did?
Well, listen, the reason why I never went down that path, right, is that required a math class, right?
Ew, fuck math.
And I was on set to pass my math class and be done with that bullshit. Except like the one I needed was like, this was like college math at the time right now.
Right.
And I was set to pass it, right? That's, really good. Awesome. Huzzah. Final came around and I slept. It's a 2-hour test. I slept in and missed an hour of the test.
Whoops.
Yep. I went in and I took the test. 2-hour test for 1 hour, and got a 50%.
Oh dear.
And then I had to retake the test, right? So this time I retook the test and failed. So then I retook the test a third time. This time accelerated and failed. And so I was like, you know what? This is a message. Get the fuck out of this class. And so I changed my entire degree that literally right before I was done, like with the classes I need for that. I was going to go into a tech class school for like actual college school thing, and like I actually visited it, and like, okay, here's where I would go, and then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna fucking get a sociology degree. Fuck you. I'm out.
Mine was a little different.
Yeah.
So when I don't have any, I took PC support in high school, and at the end of my second year of PC support, my teacher was like, "Okay, I have 6 tickets to take the A+ certification exam," which is like if you pass. Basically, it's like if you pass and you get the A+ certification, like you're pretty much set to go to just about any tech job, because that's like
the cream of the crop back.
Yeah. Basically, it's like it's the tech equivalent of the ServSafe exam, basically, where it's like you know what you're doing, you're not gonna fuck it up. And
I wouldn't say that.
well, okay, yeah, well,
You're supposed to know what you're doing, and you're supposed to not fuck up. Better.
I had my ServSafe,
Yes.
and I still fucked up. But and basically how she did it, she had like a program with a mock test of the A+ test, and every 2 weeks she would give us another test and make it harder than the last. I said she had 6 tickets. I was in the final 8 students, so this was going to be like to determine who was going to be taking the actual exam.
Right.
So I'm sitting there in the computer taking the test, and then halfway through, I just stopped taking it, and I thought to myself, I don't want to do tech. And then I just stopped. I sat there and I stared at the screen for the rest of the time. Then I submitted my test. The teacher was like, Moda, you failed. I'll go, sick. And then I went to do culinary. And now look at me. My ServSafe is expired, and I got out of the food industry.
Sorry.
So either way, it did not. Neither of them would have helped me.
I gotta say, you talking about just sitting there reminded me of like a thing I did in high school. All right. So in high school, I also took a bunch of computer classes. I took a game design, a programming class. And
you know what? I should have taken the game design course. That's the one I should have taken.
But so I took those 2 courses, right?
Right.
And now we didn't know this. But they're like, yeah, so at the end of this course, you have to take like a highly advanced test.
Oh boy.
And I'm like, what? And now for the class we had to take the test for, it was for programming.
Right.
So we go through this, and of course, at the last week, we find out that the test is going to have a written part of it on the end, where you write out an entire code on paper with nothing to.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, so you had to write. You had a code on paper after spending your entire class year on a computer. That all half the time that you, in order to like remember, like, oh, this is the code you need. Just all you had to do was type one button and then pop up like your list, and you can just select your list and you're good.
Right.
Instead, you had to, on paper, write this entire code that had to work with nothing to help you.
How would you know it worked if it was on the fucking piece of paper?
You were supposed to know. So
That's the dumbest shit ever because
that is-
half the time, code doesn't even work when you type it out.
Yep. So that's what I wanted us to do, is on paper, just a blank piece of paper at the very end. Just here's what you have to get. Here's what this code must do. Just write it out. I'm like, okay. So what I ended up doing instead, because I had already said, fuck this test.
Right.
I didn't do any of the multiple choice. I flipped it over to that coding part, and I drew a fucking picture instead.
What did you draw?
I literally just a character. I literally did actual just fucking art on this test, and that was it. I spent the entire hour drawing instead.
Oh,
Shade, you want to suck it to them? If, on the answer side, you wrote a link. The answer is HTTPS, / this answer.
oh, that's such
Right.
bullshit.
Yeah, it was. I was like, nah. This is my protest. I'm gonna draw. Fuck you. I don't want to code anything.
That's the thing that was always so annoying in schools, where they're like, you need to write shit up. We're like, okay, but why?
You need to show your work. Why?
I hate.
But like, is it the right answer? Yes, but you need to show your work, so it's wrong. They're like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
I'm right. Give me my score.
I remember a few years back, I went back to retake some math courses to up my my grade,
Right.
and they changed the entire math course from the time that I finished high school till then.
Yeah, they do
yeah.
that. 'Cause
And
now there's now there's like new ways to multiply or like
Yeah.
like
Math
what?
is math. Math is math.
and I literally sat there and went, wait, the fuck is this shit? How does this equal that when it should be equaling this? I'm like, this makes no sense. Well, this is how it's done, but it makes no fucking sense.
But this is how it's done.
But
Now,
this is how
do
it's
it or get
done.
an F.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. And I'm like, but that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Here's the thing that I realize for like math classes when you're growing up. They don't care if you get the right answer. They just want to know you did it the way they told you to do it.
Yep.
A lot of
Like,
times I realized I was getting the right answers for some of these questions because I was going through my old stuff and I was like looking at math stuff. I was like I saw a lot of like math sets, like, yep, I failed that one. And I was like, looking at one, I was like, that's the right answer. I realize it now because because it's like still at 6th grade math. I was like, I got the right answer on that, but I did it wrong. But they marked it wrong because when they asked me to show my work, it was the wrong way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. Like, yeah, we here's your test. Showing the work is about 75% of the question.
Oh,
I'm
I
like,
hated that.
I'm like, the fuck? I would hope the guy that the question's answer would be the 75% of the question's
Yeah.
point, not go,
Nope.
yeah, you missed 3 points out of 4 because you didn't show your work. Fuck you. I got my answer right.
You would think, but nope. And then you go into whatever workforce, and it's like, as long as the work is done, I don't care.
Yeah, exactly. It's like half that shit we took in school, we don't use anymore.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be sitting there, like checking an ID and being like, how do I calculate the diameter? What's the area?
What's the circumference of this square piece of ID?
Oh my, yeah.
Hey, Himo, find me X of the acute triangle.
Oh my god.
Like Moto, they was like, okay, Moto, we have a security issue. Like, what's up? You see, this data card weighs 3.42 grams. If Johnny wants to get if Johnny wants to get the stack of 60 cards on the other, what is it, 50 feet away? How fast do they have to travel?
I'll just be like, call table games. They deal with the cards. I don't. The cards are not my department.
That's the thing too. In my area, like math, the only time math is important is like when we're calculating numbers for our data entry. We use Excel.
If I need to use math at work, it's like, when the hell did I become a baker? It's like, baking is an exact science. There's a reason I don't bake.
It is. It's a pain. That's why I didn't like. That's why I ended up just like, get me the fuck out of the bakeries.
I mean, cooking is literally just a pinch of this, a dash of that. We're Gucci.
Yeah, pretty much. Speaking of cooking, my curry came out real good.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
And now I have 5 more boxes. I made a bunch of for the people who don't know. I made a bunch of curry, and I divided it up into little portion boxes.
But Moto,
But Shade,
if Jimmy eats 3 boxes of your curry,
I will body slam you. If Jimmy eats 3 boxes of my curry, I stab him with a fork.
If Jimmy eats 3 boxes of curries per hour, he's gonna be there for 6.
If Jimmy eats 3 boxes of curry, he's going to be spending a lot of time on that toilet.
Especially since I put a good amount of curry and chili flakes on it.
And that's going to burn the whole time.
Especially if you're not fond of spicy. And I am, so haha.
That's why I like putting spicy stuff in my food. And then,
Ow.
because before I had a welding shop, I was working at a welding shop, and we have a communal fridge, and I know somebody was taking my food. So I put a ghost pepper in one, and then later on I heard, oh, and then one of the guys ran to the bathroom, and I sat there with an egg sandwich going, that's right, bitch, burn.
see, here's what you do, right? Another way you could do it is you buy one of those one chips and just fill a sandwich up with them.
Oh, no.
Oh, dear God. That's evil. I like it. I'm gonna have to do that when I take some food to work. Put it in the fridge.
That's evil. I'm gonna have to do that.
See, that's why when I bring my food, I don't put it in like. Yeah, there's some people who leave it in like the communal break area. I'm like, no, I just stick it in the fridge in the security office. And I just stick it in there, no one's gonna bother it.
Oh, I
No.
know. I'll never stick food in the staff room fridge because there's so many people there that'll just, they don't give a shit. It's like, haha, free food.
Yeah. But here's the thing, like in the security room, you need a code to get into the security room, and only security knows it.
So it eliminates
no-
your potential people.
It's what?
It eliminates the potential people that you know who could have done it.
Yeah. But like, no one's gonna bother because a lot of people, some people would just get food from the casino because we got a discount at at some of the restaurants.
Oh,
Listen,
Ooh.
Moda, we got a discount from anything you buy at Walmart. People, well, then again, there's Walmart, so never mind.
Hey, you don't get that discount anymore, do you?
No, but I was just to say, we got a discount at our bakery. That's great.
At just a bakery?
Well, what else is in the fucking at Walmart? Come on now.
it's usually McDonald's.
Okay, yeah, well, we don't get a discount from there.
No, because that's third party.
Yeah.
I personally feel that's kind of stupid. It's like, you're on Walmart property. Give our employees a fucking discount.
That's the same thing at the casino. There's an Auntie Anne's in the casino, and we don't get a discount.
Yeah,
they're
because
third party. What were you gonna say? What were you gonna make fun of Auntie Anne's for?
I don't know who that is.
Oh, it's like a pretzel place.
I was just gonna say there's a Kmart here, and the employees don't get a discount at the Little Caesars.
Yep.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
I mean, Little Caesars is already discount pizza. Might as well put more of a discount on it.
Jesus.
Hey! Don't knock Little Caesars.
Damien, $5
Oh my-
$5 grab and go pizzas.
Exactly. They're the best.
I mean, yeah, here. Okay, here's the
They're
thing.
great. They're great when you want pizza real quick, warm.
Yeah, here's the
Not have
thing.
them like it.
I may make fun of Little Caesars, but I actually do kind of like Little Caesars.
Oh
But
my
at the
gosh, I
same
love
time-
the crazy bread.
But at the
They're
same
crazy
time,
bread.
I'm eating it. I go, there's definitely better pizza places, but this is what I'm eating now.
I mean, it's
Probably.
it's like this A-frame pizza place. I think I actually just finally closed down recently, which really sucked. But this is really like A-frame, small A-frame building. Cheapest fucking pizza you can ever have. It is like it's not good.
Right.
And they got like soda that comes in like one of the. They got a little pitcher with like a bunch of that shredded down ice, and it's like it reminds me of the soda you would normally like. I don't know. It seems like cheap kind of soda, but I still love eating this. Like it's not good. It's not the best, but it's just fucking great.
Honestly,
the environment.
I feel that way about Auntie Anne's. Like, it's definitely not good. And with as much grease as there are in the pretzels, it's probably not good for me.
No,
But-
it probably isn't.
But it tastes good, and their honey mustard dipping sauce is fucking amazing. So I still buy it every now and then.
Damn, you're making me hungry.
Right?
Uh,
No, I'm starting to get a bit hungry too.
Hey, don't
good
look at
thing
me.
I got a bag of chips next to me.
I mean, I can just run upstairs and grab something.
I have
This is
an ice
true.
cream taco waiting for me.
Ice cream taco.
What,
Hey.
but hang on. What's an ice cream taco?
It's a.
Taco
It's
made
like
out of
another.
ice cream.
Okay, so it's like kind of like a waffle cone, but in the shape of a taco shell, and then it has vanilla ice cream on the bottom, and then it's covered in chocolate, the chocolate coating, and sometimes you have nuts. You can buy them at the store near me.
The Klondike Choco Taco?
I think so.
Oh, never mind. It was discontinued.
What?
Oh,
yeah.
No.
yeah, the Klondike Choco Taco.
Think so. Let me look it up.
Yo, you know what's a good ice cream place?
What?
All right, get this. Cold Stone Creamery.
Oh yes.
Fucking love Cold Stone.
Yeah.
I didn't know you had Cold Stone, Kuro.
Yeah. We have a Cold Stone near me. We have 2 or 3.
Okay.
Man, who knew islands? No,
Shut up.
It's like a genuine thing, though. Like, you never know, like, what people do and
yeah,
don't
no,
have.
it's like there are times when you're like, oh yeah, you just think you're like, oh yeah, it's a general place. Everyone has one of those, and you say and you go, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
No, yeah, that's fair. We are very much out here.
It's
Okay.
kind of. I feel the same way when I'm talking to someone about like a restaurant or like a fast food place. I mean,
Right?
I felt that way when I moved to the Midwest because okay, there's 2 places in Florida and like I guess southern United States. Shade,
Mm-hmm.
do you have crystals? White crystals.
Yeah, I have a couple. They're really shiny, and they're you know.
No, I mean like the fast food place that makes the shitty burgers.
I have a White Castle, I think. I don't know.
Okay, White Castle. Okay, so in some places they're called White Castle, and other places they're called crystals.
Oh, okay.
In Florida, they're called crystals. And the same thing is with Checkers. Do you know
Sorry,
Checkers?
I'm more of a chess player myself.
Motherfucker. Okay, what about rallies? You know rallies?
I don't really normally go to one of those. You know, too many people.
All right.
This is where Moto murders. This is the podcast of Moto murder shade.
It'll be funny.
That's why I was invited, because they need a replacement.
God.
Yeah, no, in some places it's called checkers, and in some places it's called rallies. I actually learned something kind of interesting. There's two furniture stores. It's like Bob's Furniture and Rooms to Go.
Mm-hmm.
I think in the southern half of the United States, it's Rooms to Go, and then the northern half it's Bob's Furniture. But it was like a deal that they made between them. Like, do you recognize any of the name shade?
No.
What, does Arizona have anything?
It's Arizona. It's a desert. Of course.
Yeah,
it doesn't.
we have cactuses. Does those count?
The occasional tumbleweed.
Oh, shade.
The occasional sandstorm.
Shade.
Yeah. Well, those are haboobs. Thank you. What's up?
Cacti.
Fuck you. Cacti, cactuses. Who the fuck cares?
Grammar enthusiast.
Well, good for those people.
Hey, I'm a grammar enthusiast, and I didn't correct them.
I did it because it would annoy Shade.
Yeah, I know.
That's what inspires me. If I get a reaction out of Shade, it makes me feel happy.
Yeah, I'm just glad I don't regret, messing with you earlier.
No, it's fine.
I think it was well deserved, and no, just fuck.
Nah, I don't deserve anything. I don't deserve it, but I accept it.
Bullshit! Get the fuck
Because
out of here!
I am a saint.
Get the fuck! You're no saint. If you're a fucking saint, then I'm actually Santa, motherfucker.
I mean,
If you're
are
Santa,
jolly.
though, where the hell's my Christmas present?
You are jolly. and I do want to sit on your lap.
You are on the night list.
That doesn't surprise me, actually.
Chris Santa? Yeah, I'm coming for you, fat man. You know what you did. You know what you did. Kuro holds a grudge.
Well, don't worry. There's a gift for you as well. I just gotta download the PNG and
I got a gift for you right here, and it's wrapped with 5 ribbons.
no, it's so strange. I have this great gift here. Something about a Kisa Chad. I don't know.
Keep testing me. Keep testing me. See what happens. You know what I can do.
Listen, it just means I'll need to make a collab Chad.
You should talk to Kisa about making the Chad Sokka an acrylic stand on the store.
Oh my god, Jesus Christ.
I would buy that in a heartbeat.
Oh my god.
I'll be there minute 1 for the pre-order.
Jesus. I think Kuro would actually die.
Kuro.
All right, so I'm marking down a note.
Oh no.
We can talk to Kisa about a Chad Sokka standee.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
That we can make sure Kuro gets.
Yes.
God. Kuro, I like to point out that I had no hand in this.
Me neither.
Fuck you. What do you mean?
You can't prove it.
It seems my next writing project will involve more people.
What's fun?
Always wanted to be in a smut fanfic.
I
God.
always wanted to read about myself getting railed. What fun. Oh, we're still live. Shit, my bad. I kind of forgot.
How the fuck did you forget?
Because we talk on voice chat so
This is
often,
a
like
fucking
on and off.
podcast that we're recording, god damn it.
Here's the thing. That's the whole reason. That's the whole reason why we do it. Because we just keep talking and forget. And also, I've been playing with the fidget stuff. And I've been
And
having a good time.
that's fine.
Look, if too much, look, I don't have a good memory. I forget things.
Nah, that's fair.
We know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, like straight up, like sometimes when we do the podcast, it's like, oh, we're just having another chill hang on and voice call talking about whatever.
No, that's
And
fair.
then suddenly I snap back being like, oh, we're live. But no, it's
Back to reality. They go gravity.
I have not thought about that meme in so long.
My brain is nothing but memes.
I mean,
We know.
my brain has is like maybe 10% memes. A lot of it is just Pokemon.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah.
You know what I heard?
What?
I've been trying not to spoil myself for the new Pokemon. Anyway, so I saw a leak about the new Pokemon.
I was trying
That's
not to spoil
unfortunate.
myself, but then I saw a leak.
No, because
Alright.
I was scrolling through fucking Reddit on my lunch break, right?
There's your problem. You were on Reddit.
Exactly. That is my problem. It's a big
That was a
problem.
terrible idea.
Yeah. But anyway, I was going on I passed by the Nuzlocke subreddit. And I just see the title in all caps. Oh no, oh god, why? And I clicked on the image. Apparently, it was a leak saying that there's a possibility that they. It's like, you know how Pokemon has like the switch and the set
Yeah.
function?
Okay.
Because like when you knock out an enemy Pokemon, the game will be like, oh, the opponent is going to use Magmar. Do you want to switch or whatever? And that's too easy because it always puts you at the advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then when you go into switch mode, it does it. When you go into set mode, it doesn't do that. It might be a possibility that in Scarlet and Violet they took out that option, and you're permanently on switch.
Interesting.
So it's like
Yeah.
cool. So with how easy Sword and Shield was, that means Scarlet and Violet is going to be even more easy because you will always have momentum in the battles.
Well, I mean, technically speaking, the Pokemon games are aimed at kids.
Listen here, little man.
Oh no! Most bringing out the little man. Most bringing out the little
Listen
man.
here.
I'm not saying it to insult anybody.
No, I get that. Bobby, yeah, the games are aimed for little kids, but here's the thing. You take the difficulty in Sword and Shield and match it to the difficulty of Platinum, very different games. Pokemon games have honestly gotten a lot easier as time went on.
Yeah. Well, I think
Like-
it's just as you get older, you just have more common sense with that kind of stuff.
Right. But still, even then, like even with common sense, when I'll go back and play older Pokemon games, there are still moments where I'm like, I'm having a rough time. Like a lot of time, like I remember the last time I played through Pokemon Black. That was an experience. Like holy shit! Playing through Black 2 and playing through Black 2, there are moments where I'm like, if I don't like set up and scumbag my way through the fights by raising my stats, I'm going to lose. And then I go into Sword and Shield and I just mindlessly hit the A button until I win. And then I find my rival and I get angry because he's my rival.
Rivals aren't really
Valid.
that much of rivals now.
Rivals what?
Rivals aren't really that much now. Before I used to hate, I don't forget what his name was, Gary or something
Yeah.
from Emerald. Like I hate you with a passion. And now he's like, you're just that. You're talking a lot. I zoned out.
Because now ever since Gen 6, they introduced like friendly rivals.
Ew.
When they're your rival, but first and foremost, they're your friend.
Buddy, old
saying,
pal.
and you're saying they're like, okay, so why are they picking a starter that I'm strong against? Because that's what it's fucking been.
Friendship.
Your friend sounds like a dick. I was like, I'm gonna pick the fire type. I'm gonna pick the water type. You bitch.
Yeah, and then now it's like, oh, you picked a fire type? I guess I'll pick the grass type. And I'm like, no, you fuck. Give me a challenge. Because the gym leaders sure aren't. You might as well. But yeah. So I just had to wait and see until next month what the new Pokemon games have to offer.
Wasn't the game
The only thing
this month?
No, next month.
Oh, I thought it was this month.
They always come out in November for the December for the Christmas sales. I can double check it.
The one thing about this new game that I want to see is the Mike Dragons. The dragons are just basically motorcycles.
I'm vaguely aware of those.
No.
Oh, November. Oh, they do come out this month. What the fuck? Hold up.
Yeah, because I seem to remember one of the YouTubers I watch talking about it.
Hang on, I thought they were coming out next month. Oh shit. And pre-order. I already know which one I'm getting though.
Yeah.
I'm getting Scarlet.
Both of them?
No, just Scarlet. If I had 2 Switches, I would buy both of them.
Why would you need 2 Switches?
So I can trade between them?
Yeah, okay. I kind of see the logic behind that one.
Yeah.
No.
Game Freak wants to know your location.
I've done it so many times. No one cares. I'll sit there with my 2DS's trade.
Nintendo would like to know your location so they can offer you more money. Take more money.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, let me pre-order. Okay, here's a fun fact that you probably don't know.
Okay.
Do you know why I'm picking Pokemon Scarlet?
Because it's fire type?
No.
Because it's got a hot, sexy MILF.
Sure, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, that's the only reason I could think of.
You know, the one thing I did hear about the new Pokemon games is they have yet to release the final evolutions of the starters.
Oh.
With their designs.
No, the reason why my favorite crayon color is Scarlet.
Oh.
Oh.
And that's it.
Scarlet or like red and then it had Scarlet on it?
No, like the Scarlet color Crayola.
So you had the 64 pack.
Yes.
You rich bitch.
What do you mean, you rich bitch? I took it from school.
Never mind, my boy. Yeah.
You guys all used crayons? Yeah, fuck you all. I had Sharpies. Colored Sharpies.
Oh, now we know why. Now we know why Shade is so cursed, because he spent his childhood huffing Sharpie fumes.
No, listen, I didn't sniff Sharpies, okay? I just had a lot of Sharpies with a lot of colors. I had a gold one, I had a silver one, I had every color, to the point where I was known as the person with the Sharpies.
And you
Now that you sound like a drug dealer.
right?
Listen, I've already explained that
It's like,
my
guys,
time.
They did think you were.
Go to the Sharpie guy. He's the one who you can get your fix from. Need that huff? Gotta go to him.
My time in like high school was like people that didn't know me were like, oh my god, I think that kid was a murderer, or they did drugs, or they deal drugs. Oh my god! I'm just like, listen, just because I wear all black and I stay the fuck away from you people doesn't mean shit. It just means I don't like you all because you're all annoying as fuck.
As most humans tend to be.
I just had a thought go through my head.
All right, hit me with it.
The thought that went through my head was like, that's not being a drug dealer. That's just being edgy in high school.
Listen,
That's just being shade.
I was literally about to say, let's just point this out. I heard this fucking name since elementary. All right, fucking Shade Darkfire. Let's just be fucking real here.
All right. And you also your name, your Spanish name in your Spanish class.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
It was Sombra.
Why?
Because it's Spanish for shadow, or for shade.
Well, I actually hold on. I think it was actually Sombras. I don't remember. One of the two. The point is, it was either shadow or shade.
I mean, you can say it for both.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I literally picked him for that reason because I was very unoriginal, and I was like, I had to come up with a fucking Spanish name. I don't fucking know.
My Spanish name was my name.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to like, I don't got time for this shit. So I just went with that.
I mean, fair enough.
And then I
Hilarious,
survived through totally legit means.
You cheated on everything. Good.
Oh, I fucking cheated through Spanish 100%. By the way, don't cheat in school.
Don't what?
don't cheat in school. And I'm just gonna keep the message. Don't cheat.
No, wait, you mean I shouldn't have took that cheat sheet from my teacher? Damn.
No, listen. If you actually
in their desk.
If you want to actually learn a language, don't cheat.
Remember what Dad's told us: cheat.
Remember, guys,
No.
Dad says don't cheat in school, but Uncle Kuro says don't get caught cheating.
Only cool people don't get caught.
Yeah.
Listen, the problem is you have to also make sure you have luck on your side, and that's the fact that if teachers hate your guts, you'll be fucked. I was not hated, and so
not like drug dealers.
No, I wasn't hated by teachers, and so when it came time for the final, which unfortunately turned out to be, oh yeah, by the way, the final part of the test portion of it is then you go into the hallway and you have to have a conversation in all Spanish. You can't cheat that. That's fucking impossible to cheat, okay?
Not with that attitude.
You're not walking out there with a flashcard between your legs, looking down, reading it as you're fucking entering in answers, okay?
Obviously, you didn't put
that attitude, you're not.
You just need to put in more effort in your cheating.
Listen, I'm just going to say this. If it was a language that I had wanted, like, it wasn't the fact that my family was like, no, you should take that because you live in Arizona where people speak Spanish. I'm like, but I don't want to know it. I don't give a shit if I'm being cursed at by someone because I don't care.
I mean, okay, that is a fair enough reason, but like, if you don't want to learn, you don't want to learn.
Exactly, and I'm the person that literally, if I don't want to learn something, it's not going to stick.
Yeah, you're less likely to retain stuff if you're not having fun, which is why a lot of us remember TV shows because hey, that was fun, but then they ask you what was this day in third grade? No clue.
Yep.
It's also why I don't remember a lick of French, and even though that was forced upon us in high school or in elementary school, it's a Canadian thing.
There was a meme I remember. It was from a video, and it was someone going, French? I know French. And then they just make a bunch of they just go fou face off face wa face moi face quoi, and they just keep going at that for 30 more seconds.
Oh my god.
That's
And I'm
how
like,
you
that
get
is-
beat up.
and
That's how you get beat up.
ever since I watched it, every time someone brings up French, I just think of that scene. I saw laughing to myself. I'm like, yeah, you're definitely gonna get punched.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, what was it? Two things. When you described yourself, Shade, like black stuff and like just not wanting to deal with people, I was kind of like that. But I went to like kind of a preppy school, so we were forced to wear uniforms, and they were like, "Oh, weirdo!" Like keep him to himself. And I'm like, I would just like draw on like a book, all this kind of stuff. And I called them out for it because they were like, "Why are you being weird?" I was like, "I'm sorry that I don't want to interact with a Walmart Regina George." I wanted to get yelled at. I'd go to a teacher and not someone who doesn't even know how to write properly. So why don't you get off my back, Rebecca? I'm sorry, your parents didn't love you enough to give you attention.
Jesus Christ! You fucking destroyed her.
Yeah, so I got in trouble
I wonder
because I
why.
did make a girl cry.
Oh my god.
Fun.
Darn.
Oh, you know what? I just remembered something I got in like really big trouble for.
Oh.
This was around the time when I started like learning swear words in our elementary school. No, where was I? No, it was like middle school. Was it middle school? Where the fuck was I living then?
Okay.
Hold on. I went to so many different. No, it was elementary school. It was like in elementary school when I started like understanding the concept of swear words. Anyway, so I made like a paper fortune teller, and I just wrote a bunch of swear words. And one of my friends got butthurt and told a teacher, and I was sent to the principal's office, and then the principal called my mom,
Jeez.
and I'm just like, it's just swear words. People say it all the time. I think about that every now and then. I'm like, it's funny that I got in trouble for that.
That's okay. I got kicked out of school for swearing at a nun.
Damn.
Jeez.
What did this nun do?
She was an old bitch. Plain and simple. And she was my second grade teacher.
Nice.
And I don't remember what it was that finally just made me go, yeah, fuck you. Yeah.
Jesus.
To a nun. How could you?
Oh, she used to yank on my hair
Oh.
because I had long hair back then.
Oh.
For no reason, she just hung on my hair.
Yeah, that would irritate me.
And so at some point, I told her to fuck off.
I mean, hey,
Yeah.
sure enough.
So
yeah, just who does that?
Bitchy nuns, apparently.
Yeah, there was. That kind of reminds me of this one lady at my like elementary school, because my elementary school went all the way from, like, it wasn't elementary. It was like, so the school I went to at first was from like pre-K all the way to 8th grade. So like elementary, middle school. I forgot what's the one that comes before kindergarten, or I think kindergarten is it, right?
No, it's pre-K, kindergarten, first, second, third, whatever.
Oh, okay. So there was this one lady. She was there during the whole time, and she was like the most hated like lady there because she was just super strict. And so there was one time where she got mad at me, and because I saw her and I went, "What's up?" And she said, "Excuse you, it's hello, Miss So and So." I'm like, "Okay, I Miss So and So. What's up?" He's like, "I don't like your attitude." I'm like, "I asked you how you're doing. Obviously not well." And I was like, the tension of like, "For what? Asking you how you're doing?"
How dare you ask for how someone is doing, Kuro? That is a high crime.
Apparently it is. Got you detention.
And then there was one time where I argued my way out of detention. Me and like 6 other kids. So
Okay, how did that happen?
it was against the same lady, and the best part was like one of the two of the teachers came up and they backed me up. So what happened was some of us we missed a test or something for some reason. I forgot what it was, but they said, hey, if you need extra credit, what you do is during your last period, you come to my classroom and you do a project, and you'll do that and you got extra credit and stuff. And they were like, okay, bet. And so me plus 6 other kids, we were like, okay, last period, head to this teacher's classroom. Apparently an emergency meeting came up for some of the teachers, and so she wasn't able to she was held up in a meeting, and there was no way of her telling us because we didn't know.
Right.
So we just sat around the classroom. We just sat outside her classroom, and we're waiting and stuff. And then the teacher comes over and he was like, why are you kids out here? And then we was like, we're just waiting for a teacher. That teacher said, okay, cool. I think I know what's happening. This happened before. Walked off. Second teacher came over and was like, why are you guys out here? And then it was we explained it again that we're just waiting. I was like, are you guys skipping class? I'm like, no, we told you the reason. I was like, I don't believe you. I was like, if we were skipping class, we wouldn't be outside the classroom. We'd be somewhere else. And they were like, Kuro, I don't want any backtalk from you. I was like, that's the answer. And so they bring me in front of this lady, and it was like, why are you guys skipping class? I'm like, I'm telling you, we're not. We had a teacher. I'm like, well, go back to this, go back to your original class. And so we did. The teacher said, no, you guys didn't tell me anything beforehand. And we did. The teacher said she called you. I was like, well, I don't remember that. You're not allowed in my classroom. So we got kicked out. So now you have 7 kids who didn't have anywhere else to go. So we're like, okay, we'll just wait out the teacher again. Hopefully she comes. The bitch lady comes by and she was like, I told you kids to go. And I was like, nobody wants us. This one teacher's not here to accept us, and the other one doesn't want us there. And I was like, you're lying to me. I was like, I'm not. And so I started yelling at her. And she was like, I don't like your attitude. I don't like this treatment. So you have I think I was 12. So I'm yelling at this 30-year-old lady going I don't like this treatment.
How dare you?
Yeah.
How dare you?
It went on a whole fucking rant, and my classmate just watched me go, holy shit. I didn't know we could do this.
We're starting a riot. Let's go.
Hey.
Now, I think my semi-proudest, not really proudest accomplishment / awkwardness moment with a teacher was my entire 6th grade class making our substitute teacher cry.
Beautiful.
I don't remember how. Oh yeah. We were mean to her. I don't remember details exactly because this was long ass time ago.
Right.
Fast forward about 35 years later, she ended up being my mother's boss for a while. She remembered me.
Well, yeah.
And I ended up working under her husband, not knowing it was her husband till recently.
Right.
And the guy was a dick. Flat out prick to me.
I wonder why.
Yeah, and I knew he didn't like me. I could not figure out why. This was when we were working at when I worked for one of my uncles with construction, and he kept throwing me outside in the ice cold to dig a hole. The other foreman kept bringing me inside to warm me up. Well, this guy kept throwing me back outside. Eventually, he just decided to fire me. I found out about 2 months ago that this guy was actually this woman's wife. Our husband, sorry.
I was like,
yeah. I just literally sat there and went, that makes so much sense now. Holy shit, no. And he's still an asshole, but holy shit.
Now I know why.
Now I know why he did not like me. But yeah, that was kind of awkward moment when I found out she was my mother's boss for a while.
She's held a grudge this whole time.
Yeah, especially what made it even more awkward was going into work or going into my mom's work to do work on her computer.
Oh,
Yeah, that was interesting.
Damn, I would pay to be a fly on that wall. Just to sense the awkwardness.
Yeah.
Did she ever bring it up? Or like, oh no.
No, it was never really brought up. No. My mom brought it up though once shortly afterwards, but yeah, beyond that, no, it was never brought
Damn.
up.
Now I am kind of curious about how you all ended up making her cry. Like,
I wish I could remember. I just remember all of us grade schoolers just being really mean.
How old were you when you made her cry?
6th grade, so
She's just straight up a bitch then.
yeah. So
You're gonna
I
hold a
would've
grudge
been-
against a bunch of kids? What the fuck?
yeah, that's a bit weird.
Yeah, whatever.
I know.
Oh well.
Reminds
What
me
can
of
you
that.
do? She just keeps a list of you guys' names on the wall. It's like, one day I'll have my revenge.
Oh.
One day.
Given how crazy she seems to be, wouldn't put it past her.
I think I had a teacher though that we ended up making quit,
Nice.
retire early.
I had a
It
teacher
was-
do that.
Well, they didn't quit that like while we were with them, but they were like, I was gonna go another year, but after this class, and she straight up told us this. She was like, after this class, I'm done. But
Wow.
yeah, it was this was high school, no, junior high, and this was Spanish 1.
Nice.
And we were the class was so bad because there's a lot of kids in there that already spoke Spanish, and therefore they didn't want to pay any attention during class, and they wanted to constantly insult the teacher the entire time they were in class. And it was so bad that she literally was like, the last week she whenever we were just like all there, we was like, yeah, I was gonna teach for another year, but no, this class was the worst class I've ever had, and I'm just gonna retire because of all you.
Jesus.
I'm like, fuck. I'm like, all right, well, I mean, that's understandable. I sure as fuck didn't learn anything during this class, considering it was just absolute chaos.
High school Spanish is a ripoff anyway.
Just like high school, elementary school French.
Yeah.
Completely.
Well, I've talked about my grudge with high school Spanish before.
I think it's always it's about the teacher because the two, But
No, I was gonna say it's not about the teacher; it's about what they teach.
that too, yeah.
It makes no sense, some of it.
Well, it does make sense. It doesn't make sense to me because, like, I know we definitely talked about it before on the podcast, probably, but so like high school Spanish, they teach you the proper Spain Spanish, but that's not the universally spoken Spanish. Because, like, Shade, where were some of the people that spoke Spanish in your Spanish class? Where were they from?
Arizona.
Motherfucker, like their heritage, like where did their parents come from? Like,
Mona, I'll be honest, I didn't get along with any of them.
You didn't socialize.
No, they were also just generally dicks, like straight up the biggest assholes of the school in that class.
They usually just all okay. Did they say way a lot?
No.
And I don't know.
Let me just put this out. I already knew I already had experience with one of the kids because he was in a math class with me, and he got in trouble for looking at porn during class.
Fucking idiot.
Child of culture, I guess.
Right?
Well,
wait, what kind of porn?
That's not going there right now.
Yeah, I know. I was just trying to see your reaction. But
But
anyway,
he straight up. The stupidest part was it wasn't just like, oh, here's my phone, I'm looking at it. He brought a fucking poster.
wait,
I'm sorry, what?
hang on,
Yeah.
hang on, hang on.
He brought
hang
a
on.
fucking poster into class and was showing it to people around him.
Okay, that is just stupid.
Yep. That was the kind of people that were in my school, by the way. Like, just general.
Was he from the 50s and got that from the pinup on his barrack wall? Like, what? Who the hell has a poster?
I have a poster.
Listen.
I was like,
Fuck you.
you.
Bro, the fuck is wrong with having posters?
Are out of themselves like this.
What do you mean? Why are you having a poster?
Oh my
Man,
God.
can't believe people have posters nowadays.
Right? But anyway. Like I was saying, like in Spanish classes in the US, maybe Canada, I don't fucking know. I don't live there. They speak proper Spain Spanish, but that's not the universally spoken Spanish because there's a whole bunch of different dialects and different slangs based on the country.
Right.
Yeah.
Moda, our national second language is French.
Yeah, well, I've never been.
I know. I was just saying, our second national language is French.
I mean,
Canadian French. It's not even the proper spoken France French. You ever want to piss off somebody from France? Ask them where they're from in Quebec. My God, I had this was way back in the day. We had a server at one of the hotels I used to work at. Ask this guy where he was from Quebec.
Right.
His accent was so thick, you could tell he was not from Quebec.
Right.
You could tell he was from France. You could hear him go off on her in the kitchen.
Oh,
Beautiful.
Jesus.
No, okay. Also, real quick, I wanted to explain why I asked Shade if the people in the class they said "way" a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna do an example, a brief, because if they said "way" a lot, then that's Mexican slang for like guy, friend, buddy, that kind of stuff.
Right.
And I'll do I was gonna do like an example based on like what they would teach in
way.
school. No,
Sorry.
I mean, the biggest thing I can say is ice cream. Like the best example is ice cream. In Mexico, the way they say ice cream is nieve, which is also the word for snow. In Spain, and what they'll teach you in high school, it's helado. But then, with my family, who's Puerto Rican, it's ice cream is mantecado.
Hmm.
So, you know, the teacher in my Spanish class will be like, how do you say ice cream? I'll get up there, I'll go, helado. Oh, no, I'll say like mantecado. And she goes, no, you fucking idiot. It's helado, dumbass. Sit your dumbass down.
Oh my
I'm like-
God.
I'm like, all right, cool. Fuck you.
At that point, Moda, I would have just gone, hey, Mom, my teacher said this. Okay, go.
Oh, but yeah, no, that was fun because I kept forgetting to use the Spanish he wanted to use. So I would write down my Spanish on the test and would occasionally get questions wrong. And I'll sit there being like, no, my grandma said this. I'm right.
And they go,
Hey,
well,
you're gonna tell me my
too
grandma's
bad.
wrong?
Right? The thing that would sometimes like annoy me she would be like, no, you're saying it wrong. And I'm like, but that's how my grandparents say it. Because I learned Spanish by talking to my grandparents.
How dare you learn Spanish that way, Moda?
I have no reason to listen to this lady that I barely know.
How dare you learn Spanish from a Spanish-speaking person instead of this textbook definitely written 60 years ago?
Right? They're always
Yeah.
60 years ago. They're always written 60. Okay, you know what that reminded me of, actually?
What?
What?
Did you ever follow the notes in the textbooks? They'll be like, go to page 50, go to page 42, go to page 106.
I mean,
And then
you
keeps
read
going.
the notebook?
The textbook?
Yeah, you read the textbook?
I read it when they were little doodles. I didn't pay attention.
You opened the textbook?
Because they made us open the textbook.
I are talking about.
We had textbooks.
I opened up a random book and started reading.
No, I remember there was one time I did that. I spent like 5 minutes following the notes of going to this page and that page. Ended up with a drawing, and I'm just like, this belongs in sex ed class. So I was like, cool. I wasted 5 minutes doing that instead of doing my classwork. 5 minutes well spent. Seriously, fuck high school. I'm very glad I don't have to do anything with that.
Yeah.
Yep.
I wouldn't even. Here's the question: would you? No, never mind. Never mind. I was gonna say, would you visit your high school again?
Yes, I would, but I would do it while I'm playing the most inappropriate song ever, because my high school was a conservative Christian high school.
Burned to the ground with
Don't get me wrong.
craziness.
A lot of them were really nice people, and I had a lot of good times there with friends. Some teachers, they were very nice, very open. Some of them, they decided their life mission to be a jackass.
Right.
Example, I like anime.
Oh
If you
boy.
like anime, you like making things from the anime because they're like, oh yeah, I like it. So I'm gonna make something from it. It's normal. It's not even reserved to anime. You can do it for like a show you like.
Right.
My anime at the time was Death Note. So what I did was I colored a whole like store-bought notebook black, and I by hand traced the Death Note logo from my home computer onto a piece of paper, and then painted that onto the notebook.
Oh
Damn.
boy.
And then I was so happy. I was taking notes in that for like the longest time ever. I had a bunch of math notes. Language at the time was German. They had a bunch of those stuff in there and science notes. And I was like, great. I loved using that notebook. One of our teachers saw it and they were like, "That's horrible!" And he looked up just the basic definition of what the anime was, and then I got sent to the principal's office. They called in my parents. They said I had to be consulted, and I had detention. They took my notebook too, and they threw it away. I wasn't allowed to. They didn't even say, "Hey, you have to take off the front and the backing," or like you have to take off the front cover that says the word. You have to throw the whole notebook. I'm like, well, there goes my notes for the year.
Right. Damn, that's what. So you didn't like try to show them, but like just straight up notes.
This is like a high schooler trying to explain anime to adults.
Oh, yeah.
Good luck trying to explain stuff like that to
Yeah.
adults that don't want to learn.
I already understood, like, there's no way I'm winning this battle. I look like some dumb kid to them. So yeah, I'm gonna go by the school. If I see the teacher who's treating me like a dick, I'm just gonna say the most inappropriate stuff ever. I'll play fucking Nicki Minaj music.
I was gonna say just play the opening to Death Note, just blaring.
No, because they're not gonna get it. They won't get the reference.
They won't.
That's a lot nicer than what I'd do if I were to visit my high school again.
Why?
I'd visit my high school with a can of gasoline and some matches.
Jesus.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
Ah.
Yeah, I didn't like them. I wasn't that much.
I would
didn't
go-
like them that much.
I would go to my high school and I was standing in front of it in a while and go, wow, this place still looks like shit. And then
Yeah, my high
and
school's
then I'll point to the outside wall and I'm like, you're still seriously using this color? It looks like piss.
Yours at least looked like piss. Mine was gray and looked like prison.
Mine used to be gray and looked like prison. Then it became yellow and looked like piss.
Yeah. See, they added bars, and then because they had a little tiny fence gate, and then after that they made giant tall fence gate walls, and then you had to go through a gate to get into the building, and all the buildings were a dark gray, and yeah,
They-
beautiful.
They made mine look decent, but it was falling apart. Like there's this one stairwell with the handrails. It kept falling off the wall.
Right.
And instead of thinking, hey, maybe we should like fix the wall or like fix the railing, nah, let's duct tape it.
well, of
Let's
course.
tape it up. This is something that supports
duct
kids
tape.
that they fall down the stairs.
I mean, duct tape's the answer to everything.
Oh my god.
Man's best
Duct
friend.
tape,
It's got a light side and
hammer.
a dark side, and it holds the universe together.
Kuro, but this is the color that my high school decided to go with. They went from gray to that color.
Oh, that's the color of my high school.
It's piss. When the sun
never-
hits it just right, and you stand in the same place, it looks and
What's
smells
that
like piss.
name?
Yeah, yeah.
That sounds like a school that you'd send slaves to or something.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
I'm sorry, but that name.
Yeah, Damien has an issue with the name of my high school. Which, to be fair, if you went there, you wouldn't forget about the name and just have an issue with the school.
God.
I
Alright,
was that and then had a brown base.
Right.
You're gonna say
But-
Shane?
I was gonna say, but I think now is a good time for us to call it
Yeah, on
on
that
episode
note,
12.
12, you mean 20.
20, yeah. 2020.
Wow, I've been on the internet that long and
Did I say
haven't been
12?
banned?
You said
Jesus.
12,
Wow.
Shade.
I don't fucking remember this. I'll make sure to edit the VOD because I never said it, so I don't know what I'm talking about.
Flip,
It's
Never
not- it's
happened,
perfect.
motherfucker.
flip it, post it.
Delete the fucking clip. It's on the channel. I can do it.
Oh, clip it, download it, spread it around.
Already deleting everything that gets made. Anyway, for real though, it's been good. This has been episode 20 with
Yes.
my clerical hosts.
Damien Storm
Motobar.
and
And
our
our-
special guest.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 But yeah, check us out on the Twitter. You know, usual place, Insomniac Views, Twitter. Yay.
Yay.
And then yeah, we'll have stuff on YouTube eventually. And listen,
one day.
Eventually. Someday.
I just gotta
we'll go
convert
past
some
episode
things.
8.
listen, my
Magic
computer's doing
content?
great now,
Will
so
they-
I think I can actually start doing it.
There was some tech issues, and that's why.
Yes.
Tech issues,
Tech issues,
busy
lazy-
times, other
Lazy
issues that
day.
came up. Well, all right,
Die.
listen. I want you to go fix that bullshit VOD that we split it up 3 different times, and then how to fix it, and then I hate it.
It's okay, Shade.
We appreciate what you do, Shade.
Yes, we do.
I don't.
I'm a part of the conversation.
Anyway, But no, I do want to start getting those up finally. Now that I have a PC that's not gonna fucking catch on fire.
Right.
Well, where will you find your fire now?
How will you heat up your room in the lonely Arizona nights?
Yeah.
You mean the
He
nights
just
that it's
needs to
already
turn off the.
warm?
He just needs to turn off the air conditioning.
Right?
Exactly, and then I'll die.
All right. Yeah, we should
Okay.
end. We should
Yeah.
end now.
But yeah, thank you everybody. Sorry for the for those that watch this live. Sorry for the much later start. We'll figure something out later for everybody. And
Daylight
yeah,
savings. Hooray.
fuck daylight
think-
savings. I hate them.
I think I was the wait. Shay doesn't have daylight savings. Does
I
Damien
don't.
have daylight savings?
I don't either.
I'm the only one with daylight savings. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yep. Fucking Moda. That's
Oh, that's time to move someplace that doesn't have daylight savings.
Maybe. I don't
Anyway.
know. We'll see. All right.
What?
Adios, everybody.
Bye,
Have a
everyone.
wonderful night, everyone.
Farewell.